All Sides Media Group presents.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 4 of No One Can Agree. I'm Joe. I got a panel here. We got DC.
Yeah.
We got we got Judge. We got Jay. We got Nino. We're gonna be talking about a couple of topics today. Hopefully, someone can agree on some of these topics. Starting off with, we're gonna jump right into it. First topic today. Jay-Z had a snippet. Looks to be like a more of a visual album. It's entitled 444. It looks like it could be either 444 as in time or 444 as in some kind of biblical sense. Uh, what's your guys' take on this album? I know they just had twins, him and Beyonce. What do you guys think about a new Jay-Z album? Are you excited about it? Do you care about it? And what do you think it's going to be about? Floor is
Hey,
open.
where did you get visual from, Joe? Ain't nobody said nothing about it being potentially visual.
Yeah, it absolutely is. There was the snippet was a video, and it had what's the guy from that movie?
Cottonmouth. I don't remember
Yeah,
the real name, but you know what I'm
yeah.
saying.
But it had him in it, and people are saying that it's probably going to be a visual album, some similar to Beyonce's Lemonade.
Oh, well, they're saying I thought it was supposed to be a movie because the week before that
And it could be,
444
but you
came
got
out,
to
it's gonna
think
be a
about it.
movie with the what is it, Danny Glover? I think Danny Glover.
But a movie, it would be a visual album if he's releasing an album.
Yeah,
I
you're
mean,
right.
yeah. But what do you think about it? Are you excited about it? I'm a big Jay Z fan, so I'm always excited about new Hove material, uh, especially with the climate of rap, hip hop today. What do you guys think?
Well, I for one, I think it would be very refreshing to see something new. And well, I won't say something new, but I'll say something not so mainstream to what I'm used to seeing with these younger guys. Because we've had conversations about you know uh, about the genres of where hip hop has wound up, where hip hop started and where hip hop has landed, I should say. And I, for one, I'm from the old school, and Jay Z always manages to take it back to its roots with anything he comes out with. I've been pleased, especially with his was it the Holy Grail album? Very good production. So I got shit, man. I'm excited about it. You know,
All right,
yeah.
DC,
Who, me?
that's your name, buddy.
Yeah, man. Well, first I'm going to talk about the 444. I believe the four, it's four is significance in a family. Jay
Yeah,
was born on December the 4th. Beyonce, I believe, was born on September the 4th, and they were married on April the 4th. So I think that's where the triple four is coming from. But other
okay.
than that, man, I'm a big Jigga fan. He always puts out quality music. It's been a while since he's came to the game. I'm very interested to see what this album's about. I hope it's a concept album or a visual album or something of that sense. Cause I'm like that Jigga getting old, man. So like, what else can he talk about? He getting old and he wealthy. So there's only so much you can dig into your vault and talk about and still make it sound real fly. Um, but I'm happy. I'm happy he's coming out, man, because we got a lot of trash music kind of out. That's just the flippity floppity, flippity floopity flop floop. So
Exactly.
like I don't
Everything
even
sounds the
like.
same, man.
So I'm actually ready to listen to an album other than this past Kendrick album. I mean, some other ones the way you can dissect the album and actually listen and like, oh, this is meaningful. And I wonder is he going to touch on a lot of black movement, Black Lives Matter type subject lines on this album too, which I think he is. Because I mean, even if you look at this past week, he talked about how he was bailing out fathers for Father's Day. You know, so
Yeah,
and he's kind of he's been real low key with it to a certain degree, but he's been on a black movement since as of recently. him and Beyonce. So that's my
I
little
think
2 cents.
I think you got good points there. I think he has been pretty vocal. I don't even think it's been low key. I think he's been very vocal about the tragedies that have been happening with police violence against black men, which we'll touch on later. And you're right, Jay-Z's getting old. He is 47 years old, and by rapper standards, that is ancient. So it's, I think musically though, if you're an artist, there's no age limit on music. I think you can make music until you
Yes, it
die.
is. LL Cool J can't come out with an album and it still be hot right now.
Yeah, but LL Cool J ain't Jay-Z. He ain't in Jay-Z's
You'll be
climate.
surprised though.
I think LL could come out with an album. He just got to have a hit. I love LL. There's no shot at LL Cool J. LL Cool J is a legend, a
No
living
doubt.
legend.
No doubt.
Oh yeah,
But
definitely.
I'll say
go
this:
ahead.
I'm not the biggest Jay-Z fan. I think his music is okay. I think it's dope. I'll be interested to see what the album is like. Um, I'm happy that he has decided to take social stance on issues.
Yeah.
But as far as his music goes, I'm not the hugest Jay-Z fan. I just don't think it's. I don't think he's the greatest like some seem to think he is. But that's a topic for another day, I guess.
Yeah, we're
As far as
gonna have to talk about that.
as as far as his music, him being 47, I feel like sometimes only in hip hop do we kill off our artists.
Yep, I agree.
I mean, if you look at other genres of music, they can be in their 60s, 70s, and still release hot records that people actually follow. But in hip hop, we kill off our artists. So, I'm hoping that he do well. Hoping that he do well.
Yeah, I think he can rap about vacationing for the rest of his life, man.
Yeah.
Boardroom meetings and shit. I mean, he can rap about that shit and make it sound fly. So, Judge, what you got? I think we lost your video. Does he step away?
No, you didn't lose my video.
Well, we don't see you.
I'm right
We did
here.
lose it for a second.
Yeah. Hey, hey, it's Jay-Z, 47 years old. I just hope it sounds good. I'm not really looking for nothing else. As long as it sounds good, I'm good.
All right. Well, I think it's also worth noting a bunch of new music came out within the last week or two here. Of note, 2 Chainz just dropped a new album. Pretty girls like trap music. I don't know if you guys have heard that yet.
I've been bumping that album for the last 2 days now. It's kind of hot, actually.
Yeah, I think he's in a good space where he's really cool with a lot of artists in the game. So he's got a lot of current artists and up and coming artists to sign off and to do music with him. I saw an interview with him recently that gave me a new respect for him and how he approaches things. So I got to give it up to 2 Chainz, man. He's doing a good job of staying relevant, and he's been doing it for years now.
I think 2 Chainz is very talented when it comes to rebranding himself. I remember the Titty Boy back in the day, music back then. For him to come back out and rebrand his name and just come out with a different vibe, I thought that was pretty good. As far as this new album, I hadn't heard it yet. Not the biggest 2 Chainz fan, but I respect his grind.
Curtis.
Yeah.
Hey, mute your stuff again real fast.
Yeah, you got to echo, Judge. But
Mic check.
yeah, it's Judge's. Judge got an echo, but no worries. We're gonna move on. Also been listening to SZA of TDE, Top Dog Entertainment. She's a label mate of Kendrick Lamar and Schoolboy Q and Ab Soul and J Rock, and She's a singer though. She's not a rapper, and she's been writing for very notable artists, including Beyonce and Rihanna. And she just came out with her debut album, Control. I don't know if you guys have listened to it. I've been listening to it. I gave it a few listens, and I'm really digging it. She's got some good stuff going on. A couple songs in there I think stick around.
I've listened. I am just trying to. I gotta take it back through again. I gave it one good listen. It's good. I don't know. I may have been expecting a little bit more from SZA because I've just been hearing her on some other stuff before.
Yeah.
So, but it's probably one of those albums, man. Like you got some albums. Sometimes you listen to it like the first or second time, you're like, I don't know, and then like over time, you're like, damn, this album dope. I believe it's probably gonna be one of those albums. Yeah. I just gotta dissect it a little bit more, man. So yeah.
I just think it's a hard time for a singer. A lot of people say R&B is dead.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody's really. I think really and truly, it's radio. Radio don't really play singers no more. You rarely hear just an R&B song. So if you're not hearing it on the radio, you're not exposed to it. You don't see it on TV. Like the commercials not running with R&B. And it's kind of like, who really checking for it? Who are you really checking for? That's an R&B singer. If you don't just, if you're just not a cult follower of that person. So it makes it difficult for a singer in today's environment.
Especially.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I want to see. You're correct, Reggie. Because if you ain't talking about bitches and hoes, it's hard out here. About to fuck this bitch and get this hoe. Like it's sad how R&B is getting. Like where it's like the old Drew Hill type groups. You got like the R. Kellys, them type guys. Like can't nobody make like a unique, genuine hit no more from an R&B side.
So what do you think attributes to that? Like
I think it's changed. That's what I was gonna say. I think it's changed. I think for one, it's tough because females ain't buying that. You know what I'm saying? Like females don't really want that weak dude no more. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they perceive the R&B dude as, that weak dude, and so they don't want that weak.
Why he gotta be weak?
Well, I'm just saying, in today's culture, that's how they view R&B singers as this weak dude. So
are weaknesses now.
Well, see what it is in a lot of ways, what they do is you'll see the R&B guys try to come out as this tough, rough and tough guy to kind of make sure they have that rough appearance, like Chris Brown, Trey Songz. All of them try to have that rough appearance because that soft, I love you type singing stuff, it just don't work in today's climate.
So Tank ain't getting it. Genuine.
Tank ain't
no,
getting
Tank,
it.
Wait a minute. No. Hold up. Y'all talking crazy. It's songwriting. The people who's writing the songs, they get the right person. Trust me, Tank will put out an album, but ain't nobody buying an album. So, but he's selling out shows. That's fact.
Right.
Okay, so the only time you're gonna see people actually playing something is if it's popish. You gotta be able to dance to it or something. That's why Chris Brown sells so well. He's a pop artist. He's not an R&B artist.
No, he doesn't sell well, but okay.
Oh, yes, he does.
No, he don't sell well. He sells shows, but he don't sell albums.
But
Bruno
even talking about Tank, even talking about Tank is not the right way because Tank ain't got nothing to do with today's youth and what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a young artist.
I'm just now telling you. Listen, Chris Brown is a pop artist. That's what he do. He have ballads and he have all that stuff because he danced. That's the first thing he did out the gate was dance. Same thing.
What's a Chris Brown ballad? I haven't heard.
What I'm saying is he's got songs that aren't dance songs. You know what I'm saying? That's just true. You go through his royalty album. He got some songs that are ballad-ish. They're not dance.
Fuck You Back to Sleep?
No, it's a pop song.
But he might
a pop song.
He might be pop. You can determine him as, you can put him in whatever box you want to. But the point still remains that today's artists, R&B artists, as we would call them.
Okay, who's an R&B artist?
Like Chris Brown, like
not an R&B artist.
Yeah, well, yes, he is. That's what he's singing. R&B. You can call it pop if you want
It's
to.
pop music. That dude singing pop music.
Okay. Well, Trey Songz. Either way, whoever you want to put into that box, they're still coming off with that rough and tough persona. Is what they're trying to put out there. They don't come out as just like back when we was growing up in the '90s with the "I love you" type songs. That wasn't there. They don't do that nowadays because females ain't buying.
Like Montel Jordan and Carl Thomas.
Yeah, ain't nobody listening for that nowadays.
Okay, let me throw a wrench in that for you guys. Bruno Mars, what do y'all classify him as?
He pop.
White.
Yeah, he's very pop.
He is not white.
He's not white. Get out of here.
You automatically getting black eyes for that.
White.
So saying Bruno Mars is white?
I ain't saying he's white physically.
We're gonna put the racist tag on
Bruno Mars
picture from here on out.
I wish I had the mute button that they got on around the horn.
Man, this dude said he white. Get out of here, man.
No black eyes.
His music is white. That's what it is.
What?
It's not white at all.
You can call it pop. You can call it whatever you want. You can call it whatever you. Hold on, that's what I'm trying to do.
Explain yourself, sir.
Let me say this. If you call Bruno Mars music white, you might as well call Zapp Roger, the Bar-Kays, who else?
Prince.
Earth, Wind, and Fire. Them
Prince.
cats that was putting out that funk back in the 70s, baby. Might as well call that white too.
You talking about one album?
No.
That Gorilla album, that Gorilla Box, whatever it is, was dope. You better get
Unorthodox Jukebox.
Hey,
Unorthodox Jukebox was
that was dope. That was dope.
Bruno Mars is
Black Ice that guy, man.
Is today's Morris Day.
Yeah.
Bruno Mars is today's Morris
No, he ain't. Stop that. Blasphemy. That's blasphemy. Black Ice him too, Joe. Blasphemy. Nobody is modern day Morris Day.
Hey, what the hell? What is Black Ice on? What the hell?
I don't have a Black Ice button. I don't know what that means.
So why do I say Bruno is white? Why do I say Bruno's music is white?
Yeah,
you're saying that white people are buying his album, is what you're saying, right?
Right. It's tailored to white people. It's tailored to the mainstream.
You get nothing. You lose.
Reggie, I don't think anybody on the panel agrees with what you're saying.
None of us agree. No one can agree.
Joe,
nobody listen to you.
Let me say this. Joe, let me
Go
say
ahead.
this. Reggie, I can tell you from experience, these kids are listening to Bruno Mars. They blast it at school. I teach school. These kids are listening to Bruno Mars.
I didn't say that black people don't listen to Bruno Mars. His music is tailored to white people. Period.
How is it tailored to white people? Black people do. It don't even make sense.
What you talking about?
Let me ask you this: who is Bruno Mars selling to?
Everybody.
Exactly. So who is he tailoring his music to?
Everybody.
No, he's not. He's tailoring his music to the mainstream white audience. Period.
That's not fair.
Black people listen to it.
Oh my God, guys.
Everybody, here's a perfect opportunity for us right now to find out, when you saying he's catering to white people, what do you mean?
Mainstream.
No, what that mean?
White people.
What do you mean by it?
So Beyonce
mainstream pop.
No. Yourself.
Nope.
Catering to white mainstream. How?
That's right.
Yo,
that's what his music sounds like. That's the sound.
What's the sound? Explain that to me.
So would Bruno Mars songs or album be played on urban radio?
It's already, yes.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is, man. You like
absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Hey, I know you don't come south of 635, but you might want to listen to the radio.
I listen to the radio every day. I listen to the radio every day.
Station you listen to?
104.7.
Who is that?
What do you mean? Who is that?
Who's the morning folks? Who's the morning folks?
I don't know their name. Didi in the morning.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you something. I live in Houston. which is one of the blackest cities in America. On the blackest, urbanist radio station in America, Bruno Mars is played 9,000 times. How do I know
He might have a song. He might have a song.
No.
It might be a song.
He got 2 songs right now getting blasted, and you know them too. And you know them too because they on the radio.
Because it's mainstream. Because it's mainstream.
Okay, so you're saying only white America is mainstream?
No, I didn't say that I didn't say that black people can't or don't listen to it. I said it's tailored to white people. Period.
How?
Wait,
how?
Wait, time out. Let me jump in real quick.
No, Joe, you can't do that. We're not saving him. We're gonna spank him.
There ain't nothing to save. That's nothing to save.
We're gonna
Hey, for the sake of time,
Time out.
Let's write that down.
Time out.
No.
So you're saying, Reggie, let me just get this clear. I'm trying to clear it up for you. So
No,
you
don't
can clear
save
up your
him.
point.
No, we're not
Clear
saving
up
him.
your point. You're saying that Bruno Mars' music is tailored to a white audience.
Absolutely.
How so? And
Because
time out. Before you answer that, his music has roots in rhythm and blues, which is made by black people. And I would say that white audience like black music. That's why you
so let me ask you this.
people listen to Beyonce.
Does Taylor Swift music not have roots that would be tailored to a certain crowd as well?
You're not getting out of this, Reggie. Don't ask us questions. Answer
I'm asking you a question. Does Taylor Swift not have music? Does her music not have tones of black music that black people will listen to?
We can talk about Taylor Swift after this.
No, there's a point. There's a reason why I'm going there. Because what you're saying is that
I ain't heard no Taylor Swift on that's like catered to a black person.
Okay, so
what that mean? Explain it.
No, so what you're saying with Bruno Mars is that his music has elements of hip hop in it, or has elements of music from the past in it. All of them do. Taylor Swift does. Katy Perry does. All of them do.
Okay,
but they're tailored. But the music is tailored towards a specific audience to sell, which is mainstream. That's white people. Mainstream is white people. That's what mainstream is.
So you're saying mainstream is white people? Who told you that?
What you mean? Who told me that? That's just what it is.
No, that's not what that is. So you're telling me if I'm making a rap album and I put it out and it goes all over the world,
you don't make that.
No.
Rap isn't tailored towards mainstream. It isn't.
Rap is mainstream. You do know that, right?
No, it's not.
Yes,
it's
it is.
Not?
Absolutely.
No, it's not.
Well, where you been in the last 30 years?
No, rap is not mainstream. Rap is selling it overseas.
Yes.
Yeah.
In large quantities, like a Taylor Swift or a Katy Perry. No way.
It's selling more overseas than in America. You do know that, right?
No way. Okay. Well, we're gonna have to. We agree to disagree. We just have to agree to disagree.
Oh, man.
We just have to agree to disagree because what you just said is not factual.
So
what you just said ain't factual. I can prove what you just said.
Reggie, is Beyonce tailored to white people?
Yeah.
No.
How do you know that?
What do you mean? How do you know that? No.
You said no.
No, she's not.
Who buying her album? Who buying her albums?
Everybody buying her album.
Oh,
everybody's buying Bruno Mars album.
Oh Lord.
Once again, we can agree to disagree, but Bruno Mars' music is tailored towards white people.
Hey, can we tailor this to next week's discussion and move to the next subject?
No, you can go. Okay, you can't slow this part. You can't slow this train down here. Okay, this train is
right. Your old ass up, man.
I got to be old, man. The old man right
you
there.
You old, man.
Hey, I'll say this. If we
That's a white man music.
If anybody's listening to this, all the listeners, please comment on what you think Bruno Mars' music is tailored to, and is it just specifically for a white audience? But moving on, I know there's some other artists that dropped some new music. I know Slim Thug dropped a new album, and Joyner Lucas dropped a new EP. What do you guys have you guys heard that, and what do you guys think on that?
I ain't know Slim Thug dropped some. I guess I need to listen.
Yeah, he dropped some new music.
I don't even know who Jonas, whoever you just said is.
Joyner Lucas.
Who named Charlie who just joined the call?
That's Chuck.
Oh Lord, why do I see the top of his
Don't worry about that. Don't just we rolling live, man. Don't worry about that.
man? That's what makes it live. Something like that. Me just talking off the top.
He'll come when
No,
you need to. So
Slim Thug's probably good. Joyner Lucas, I like, man. I haven't listened to his EP yet,
he's a
but I
lyric.
like him.
He's a lyricist.
He's a pretty dope
Like him. I
guy.
hadn't listened to it yet, but I'm sure it's good. He's very thought provoking, and he's a wordsmith. So I'm sure of that, especially in hip hop with today's mumble rap and what have you, where everybody's sounding the same. Let's move. Prodigy from Mobb Deep. He passed today. He was 42 years old. He suffered from sickle cell anemia his whole entire life. That's been documented throughout his whole rap career. He gained a lot of fame in the early mid 90s with the infamous album Him and Havoc. They were a really good group. He had a very famous and public beef with Jay-Z and a few other rappers. He had a lot of beef with a lot of people. What are you guys' thoughts on that? I'm saddened by the news. I still have Mobb Deep in my rotation, in my playlist rotation. So I'm saddened by that to see someone whose music I enjoyed for so many years pass. What about you guys?
If I may, I'll say this, man. The hip hop community took a real blow with the loss of Prodigy. I'm a huge Mobb Deep fan. I have owned 70% of the albums that they've come out with. I know I bought the Mac is Back album. I know he had about maybe 2 volumes of those. But as a group, they were very strong duo. Very strong duo. Prodigy, like I said, man, he left a legacy behind him. He'll be missed, man. He'll be missed.
No doubt, no doubt. DC?
Okay.
No, man, Prodigy was dope, man. Mobb Deep is probably one of the dopest rap groups to come out, especially that came out in the early '90s. I'd say you gotta, just take, you gotta enjoy life every day that you're here, because you never know when it's gonna be your last. Prodigy did a lot in his 42 years, but you gotta think about this. He passed at 42. How old are we? What are you doing to make a change some way, shape, or form in your life? Where not necessarily in your life, and the life of others, or are you enjoying your life? Because you never know, tomorrow might be the last day. They said he had just performed at a concert, and then they said he was doing like meet and greets, and I guess since it was so hot that it possibly messed with his sickle cell. And I was reading a story. They say, but like some of the last words he said, I guess to his entertainer friends that he know that was on the tour with him, told Ice-T goodbye. And that probably was the last time Ice-T got a chance to say something to the man. So we never know. So just appreciate life for what it is every day that you're here. Because one of us can get off this call and tomorrow something could happen to us. So, but rest in peace of Prodigy. Definitely made dope music. Him and Havoc, and Mobb Deep live on.
Yeah, good words. Judge Nino, you got anything else to add?
Just salute, man.
Can y'all hear me with this new mic?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Same old man. I definitely would just say, I hope, pray for his family. I'm sure he had kids as well, so I know that's a sad deal. So just prayers for his family.
Oh, I would say the Shook Ones is probably like the dopest freestyle beat ever, too.
Yeah, they've got a couple. Shook Ones is still used today. Definitely in a lot of ciphers. Quiet Storm, great production. They have lossless music. They have timeless music in the world of hip hop.
Right.
So it's not going anywhere. People still be bumping it. It's never gonna leave my playlist.
Even the HNIC album is pretty dope from Prodigy.
Yep. Absolutely. And he was in jail for quite a few years. He recently got out, maybe a couple years ago. He did a like a cookbook, a prison cookbook. He also has some stories from prison. So if you ever get a chance to see that stuff or listen to that stuff, check it out, man, and probably help out his family some too. Chuck, welcome to the panel.
Sorry.
I wanted to introduce you. You missed a good little debate about I don't know how we got on it. We were talking about Jay-Z's snippet in his album that's about to drop on the 30th, I believe. We got on a tear with Bruno Mars just to catch you up.
Haven't heard the snippet.
Okay, no worries. So we're gonna move on. The police officer that shot and killed Philando Castillo in his car with the routine traffic stop. His tail light was out. The video was released from the dash cam today. The verdict was given 2 or 3 days ago, I believe. The video was just released today. Everybody knew of the video from his girlfriend's Facebook Live post, where they had their child in the back seat. In that Facebook Live post, it didn't show what led up to him being shot. It only showed him shot, and she was filming right after that. And she explained what had happened. But in the dash cam footage, you can see clearly and you can hear clearly what happened to that gentleman. And I gotta say, when I saw the video, it made me angry because he announced to the police officer, after the police asked for his license registration, he gave it to the police officer. He announced to the police officer that he had a firearm. He used the word, "Officer, I have to tell you, I have a firearm." That's exactly what he said to the police officer. The police officer said, "Okay, don't pull it out." And he said, "I'm not going to pull it out." And then the police fired 4 or 5 shots into the car, killing the man. And you can hear the girl screaming. You can also hear the panic in the police officer's voice. He was definitely frightened for his. I don't want to say he was frightened for his life, because he might have been, but was it just cause? I want to hear you guys' thoughts.
If I may just chime in real quick. I saw the dash cam footage, and like you, Joe, I was shocked and appalled. I mean, I was appalled, but I was not surprised. We've seen these incidents well over a dozen times. I mean, this has happened so much that I can't even remember the victims' names anymore. It's just a jumbled mess in my mind. How many times we have to go through this and witness this firsthand? This brutal violence. It's unwarranted. It's unjust that these cops get off for it, and it's in plain sight that they are getting off for it. And it sends a message that it is, it's okay to kill a black man or a man of color. If you shoot a black man of color, you won't be penalized for it if you're in law enforcement. And the system is there's a system in place. We have a jury, we have a judge, we have peers of the court, or whatever you want to call it, that are in place, but we just can't get it right. But the video, let's talk about the video. Like you said, he told them that he had a firearm. The guy confirmed that he knew he had a firearm. He reached to get a wallet or whatever, and the guy just went from 0 to 100. I have never seen anyone get shocked, get freaked out. It's so fast for no reason. There was no reason for him to get freaked out. If I'm announcing that I have a firearm, I have no intent to use it. If I don't tell you that I have a firearm, and you find, I have no intent to use it. If I'm announcing that I have a firearm, so I don't know, man. You know, he got off just like they all got off. You know, and it is what it is. You know.
Let me say this real quick before Judge hops in, because I know he probably itching over there. As far as as far as what you just stated, there's some things that are a little bit questionable if you're playing devil's advocate on that. For one, I want to say that the proper way to actually reveal and what you're trained when you own a firearm is to, I think there's an actual code that you're supposed to say, not firearm or I have a gun. I think there's an actual code that you're supposed to say, like something like LPC or something like. I can't remember what that exact code is, but you're trained in training to actually say that actual code, so that the police officer doesn't take what you're saying as you're about to use a gun. That's just what I've been told. And I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think there's an actual code that you're supposed to use.
I'm not sure about that, but
well, you might want to check with like training, but
continue on.
Yeah. So, another thing is when you said that he told him that he had a firearm, but then reached for something. If you're playing devil's advocate, that's not a good look. You know, once again, like I said, I'm playing devil's advocate here, so I can understand both sides. So don't gang up on me saying this is my view. I'm just playing devil's advocate here. If you're reaching for something and you just told me you have a gun, then am I not to suspect that you're about to use that gun, or should I just wait till you pull it and shoot me?
Well, I would argue that if you announce that you have a firearm, why would you announce it if you intend to harm someone? And you also had a child in the back seat and a female in the back seat. Not to say that you wouldn't attack someone if you were malicious with a child present, but if I was going to be malicious, I would not announce that I had a weapon. I would just fire.
Exactly.
Okay. That I can understand what you're saying, but I've seen several videos, training videos where cops have used training videos where individuals have had guns that were open on the back of their truck. You can see the gun on the back of their truck. There's one in particular that I'm thinking about, and it's like the #1 video that they use for training for police officers. Well, the cop kind of played it down because the guy informed him that he had a firearm on him. He really didn't have to because you could see it. But the cop kind of played it down, and the situation escalated, and the guy ended up killing the cop. So just because a person says, playing devil's advocate, just because the person says they have a firearm does not necessarily mean that they don't have ill will, whether there's a child in the back or whoever's in the back.
Well, I think in this situation, I would look at a couple things. First of all, he had license and registration. Secondly, his firearm was registered. The stop was about a light. It wasn't about anything else. It was about a tail light.
Right.
So to escalate that to that extent, it just doesn't seem. It doesn't seem like it would. It doesn't make any sense. Basically,
it does.
It doesn't make any sense to escalate it. So, to your point about he was reaching for something, he told the cop he wasn't for the weapon.
Exactly.
The cop also stated that he did not know. He didn't actually see the weapon. He didn't see the weapon. So why would he shoot 4 times if he didn't see the weapon?
Well, I guess the question would then be asked.
Reggie, I can't really hear you.
I'm sorry. I guess the question would then be asked. You hear me now?
No.
Hello? Oh.
Can anybody else hear?
Yeah, we can hear him just fine, Joe.
Yeah, I can hear him.
All right, go ahead.
You still hear me? Y'all still hear me?
Yeah, you good, Reggie.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess the question then would be asked, playing just put I guess I'm just asking, if I were in that devil advocate role, if you put yourself in the cop's shoes, if a person reaches for something who just told you you have a gun and your number one concern is making it home, are you going to, in those split seconds, say he's obviously not reaching with ill will? He's just reaching to get something out of his pocket? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, what is your train of thought? Even if you are trained,
I mean, the cop was shook.
what is your train of thought?
Substandard.
Wouldn't you be shook though if a person just told you
No.
that they?
No, I wouldn't.
No,
I would
it's
not be shook.
substandard. If a black man is telling me that, you're speaking from a substandard point of view. You're not speaking from a realistic point of view. And what's realistic is we're a minority in this country full of majorities.
I understand that, but I'm trying to keep race out of it as much as I can.
But you can't, because
You can't.
you said devil's advocate.
Right. So
in that eye, we are the devil. Right.
So let's put ourselves. If we're gonna interject race into it, let's just switch the roles. If I'm a black cop and there's a white guy who tells me that he has a pistol or a gun on him, and then he starts reaching for something, am I not still having that same reaction when it comes to that guy reaching for something when he just told me he has a gun?
Hey, so first of all, I mean, if somebody's telling you they're reaching for something, especially if you're an individual of authority as a cop, and you have an individual that's in the car that's telling you, "Hey, I have a gun," no whoop-de-whoop. You could be a little bit on the fence, but not necessarily. I'm like, okay, this guy's let me know off the top he has a gun. So now I'm going to go on whatever protocol it may be to say, hey, so this is what I need you to do. I may need you to put both your hands on the dash, or I may get your girlfriend to, maybe reach behind and reach for your wallet. So as I can see, that's the type of stuff I'm going to go into after that. Not the first thing I'm thinking, oh, he got a gun. The first thing I'm gonna do is pull out a gun on me and try to shoot me. That's they're trained to not. They should be trained not to think that way, like automatically, like this person is here to harm me in some way, shape, or form.
I would agree with that, but if you watch the video and you watch it subjectively, it happened so fast that there wasn't even enough time for the cop to say, "Hey, put your hands on the wheel."
It didn't happen fast,
but it did, in my opinion.
The event took place fast, but the scenario didn't happen fast. It was escalated by one individual.
Exactly. Yes, sir. That's right.
It wasn't a situation. It was one individual who was judge and jury.
Really?
In a split second. It went from I have a gun to pop, 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 pop.
And I would say this, guys, he used all good verbiage.
Good verbiage. Wasn't
Philando
loud.
did. He called the officer sir.
Sir.
He
Everything they
refers to
teach.
his weapon as a firearm.
Are y'all done?
Criminal that refers to weapons as firearms. I don't hear that term.
Yeah, like I said, I'm just trying to look at it subjectively from both sides.
Sometimes you can't look at stuff subjectively, man.
But you have to. The jury saw it in that subjective way. So
the jury did not see it. Both tapes were expunged from the courtroom. The dash cam was not in the courtroom
wow. I did not know that.
It was based off of the witnesses and the police officer. Read the entire report.
Okay, CNN was wrong because they stated that the jury had saw the video.
Okay, read the report. The judge expunged the video.
Gotcha. That changes a lot.
All right, y'all done?
Yep.
Here we go.
How's my audio? How's my video?
I'm gonna step away for a second, fellas. I need to catch a charger.
Go ahead, Judge.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not a devil's advocate. I'm not for, nor am I against. I'm for logic and being real. Okay? So I'm going to ask a couple of questions since you all had the floor and I didn't hear this, so I need to understand something. Are you all saying he committed murder?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm
You're
saying
saying
I'm
he committed. No, I got it. I got you. I know what you think.
okay.
If you're saying now, DC, do you think he's committed murder? Chuck, do you think it was murder?
Yeah, because in any other situation that theft to happen, it's murder. You know what I'm saying? So
I got you. Chuck left. I need answers. Joe, do you think he committed murder?
Definitely manslaughter.
No. It was a murder.
The same thing.
All right. Joe, did he commit murder? Here's the thing.
I say, yeah.
Yeah, you say murder. Now, was the trial murder?
The jury didn't say he committed murder.
Okay. So, was he being charged with murder?
He was charged with manslaughter.
Okay.
That's murder.
Manslaughter.
That's murder.
It's not.
It's not the same thing.
Yeah.
It's not the,
Listen, stop, because you guys in our school. Words have meaning.
no. Manslaughter is a lesser type of murder.
Got it.
Manslaughter still means you kill somebody.
But it ain't murder.
But you
It's
ain't trying
not.
to do
It's not the charge of murder, but it's the same act.
like
listen.
none premeditated.
Stop the madness. See, this is what we do. Ignorance drives us and emotions, not knowledge and understanding. You can't win the war if you're stupid. And I'm not saying this because you guys are stupid, but I'm simply saying you can't win the war if you don't understand strategic thought and how to move about doing something. If you're no, don't judge me unless my audio is breaking up. If it's not breaking up, don't cut me off, right? Don't cut this
Your audio always fucking sucks. But
That's
what
fine.
we're saying is,
don't cut the wisdom right now. Now don't cut the wisdom because you all went around the horn and nobody said anything. You guys didn't say the key things you need to say.
oh, we was waiting on you to be controversial.
This isn't controversial. This is understanding, right? If you're thinking in your mind because you're emotional, that, oh no, they're murdering us. They're murdering us. You got to, first of all, who is they? Because you got to always point out who the enemy is and say who they are. And don't say they. Use the pronouns and stuff a screw at a time. And then when you're assuming that he's going to be charged with murder and he's going to be convicted of murder, you've got to know what constitutes murder under the law.
premeditated.
No. Premeditated doesn't mean that. That means you thought about something way ahead of time and you actually went out and did it. That's not what this is. These are the things we need to understand as black people in America before we try to think that the justice system is going to help us. You can huff if you want to, but it's fact. You're going to lose every time. This is why you can't win this. Okay? So, understand this. I say this all the time. Police officer is a job. It's not something you do just because, well, most people don't just join the police force because they want to make a difference. They join the police force because they need a job, just like teachers, not most of them, but a lot of them become teachers because they need a job and nursing was too hard and they learned damn math and they was good at it. So they was like, cool, I'll do that. And they need a pension, just like police officers and firemen. They need pensions. You didn't grow up saying you want to be a police officer. So this is a job, and how they recruit people is like a job. They put a car out on the road off the highway and say you're getting $15 an hour and a good pension. And everybody go, cool, I need a job. They don't go there saying, I'm looking out for the community that I'm supposed to be here to protect. I don't give a damn how many times they raise their right hand. Same thing with the military. Most folks ain't join the military because they love the country. They need a job and a career and a retirement. So let's first be real about what we're talking about here. So now that you've got the picture of the person that's walking up to the damn car, you know what you're dealing with. You're not dealing with somebody who's quote unquote trying to kill black people. So it ain't premeditated. He ain't running around trying to kill black people. He's actually someone who goes.
I never said this was particularly premeditated.
I'm just saying, God,
Do you approach?
don't cut the wisdom.
Do you approach every
Every
situation?
situation, I approach it with thought and logic. Yes.
No, no,
If
no.
you
But with
don't,
that same scenario, that nigga, he could be a professional or he could be a fucker.
no, what I'm saying here is, I know every person that's a police officer, it's a job. I know that's a job. They're not trying to go out there and put their life on the line for you or for me. Don't ever get it twisted, okay? Don't ever think that they're looking out for you. They trying to get their job and get home to their family. So, this is the type of person you're dealing with when he walks up to the car. I'm not saying what he did was right. I'm simply saying that if you're gonna try to get justice, first figure out what that is. Are you trying to send him to jail? What are you trying to do? Okay? Don't just spout shit out the blue and just help and holler and hold your hands up and walk and march. Actually have purpose and know what you want. Okay?
Judge, I don't disagree with what you just said.
But you can't. You do.
No.
Go ahead.
My issue is these officers are not being held accountable for their negligence.
There you go.
I'm not saying
What do you mean by that? Held accountable mean what?
I'm not saying that he
Yeah.
was racist.
What do you say?
The guy was of Hispanic descent.
Gotcha.
He
He's
wasn't
not being
even a
held
white
accountable
man.
meaning what?
My problem is
He fucked up.
just because you have a badge, that
Sure.
should not expunge you.
I agree.
From the law.
I agree.
Do you also agree? Do you also agree
man.
that blue looked out for blue?
I agree, but that's not what I'm talking about here. Let's not go somewhere else. Stick to
You going somewhere else?
no.
That's what the issue at hand is.
No. Listen to what I'm finna say here, because I asked a question to Jay. He just said something. I keep telling you, words have meaning. You said just now you think they need to be held accountable. Meaning what?
Meaning that if it's manslaughter and a jury witnesses video footage of an unarmed man being killed without just cause for no unwarranted,
Been put to sleep.
Oh man, I mean, come on, let's get
What
real.
do you mean by that? When you say they need to be held accountable,
Guilty.
What do you mean?
Guilty of.
And then what?
Guilty of what they're charged of.
And then what?
What you mean? Justice.
I'm guilty of a lot of shit. But what's the consequences of me being guilty? What is the end state? What do you want? You want him to go to jail? Say that.
Yeah,
I want him to go to jail.
I want him to go to
Say
jail.
it. I want him to go to jail.
That's obvious.
Okay, here's the problem with that. In order to want him to go to jail, you need to make sure you're charging him with the right thing. If you don't, you're going to get a jury that sits down and they're going to say, this is what lawyers do. In order for you to convict him of this is the things that had to occur. X, Y, Z, blah, 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 blah. If one of those things is off, there's a possibility that this person won't be convicted.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
Okay, so emotion drives everybody wanting convictions, but they don't want to know a conviction of what. Stop with the emotion, start with the logic, put together a strategic plan, and ensure conviction by making sure you charge them for the right thing.
How does the public have any control?
Yeah, I'm not
over
about the public. I'm talking about those involved in the justice system.
Yeah, but we don't know who. We don't know who brought the charges up against that. We agree.
Right.
We agree with what you're saying, Judge.
On live.
I don't think anybody on the panel. I know this show is called No One Can Agree, but I think everybody agrees with what you said.
Right.
No, we don't.
See?
What
you don't agree with?
Joe,
I believe I disbelieve with your false reality of living into a society that we really don't exist in.
What are you talking about?
You're saying that we should look at it through the eyes of an individual that doesn't view us as individuals.
Who is that? Who is the individual? Who don't view you? Tell me who that is.
The system does not.
Who is that? The system is ran by people. So tell me who it is. Say their name. Say who it is. Don't say their name, but tell me who it is. Identify the enemy. No. Don't ask me a question. Identify the enemy.
Do you the people?
What?
Are you the people? Are you the
We
people?
are all people, yes.
Were you part of the we the people in the Constitution of the United States of America?
I'm a part of this justice system today. They call
That's
me
not
to
the
be
question.
auxiliary.
That's not the question I asked you.
Don't ask me about what happened 500 years ago. Talk about today, now, right now, brown
So
cow.
don't
Let's
relate
not
to
do
me.
that. Let's not bring a straw man in it. Let's talk about today now. Talk about today.
This is
Do
today.
that. I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna slap you around. Now you can't do that because I got it all day. Don't do it.
It's not about.
Hey, hold on, fellas. Let's do one at a time. Charles, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
What I'm saying is it's not about that. It's about understanding what's really going on in America. And what's really going on in America is the same thing that's been going on for years in America.
What's that?
It's just widely viewed now.
What is it?
Our
Chuck,
man
we
being
can't see
slaughtered.
Uh-huh.
It's yeah. I'm
Being
eating
slaughtered
dinner at
like
the same
me?
time.
Okay.
That's
Our men
emotion
are being
talking.
slaughtered, man. No,
That's
this is statistics talking.
That's emotion because you're slaughtering it. We're slaughtering each other.
Black.
No.
Everybody's
No,
killing each other.
Don't
You
stop.
know.
Yes.
What I'm saying is you can't blame man for man murder.
Okay, well we're done then.
Because that's that. But the people that are put here to protect us.
Ain't nobody put here to protect you. That's the point. You're here to protect you. The
So-
people
my
who
God.
these are jobs.
What do you pay your taxes? What do you say you pay your taxes to all
I
types of
pay
systems,
my
right?
taxes to the people who have a job that
So
requires my taxes.
Okay, so you have.
I got a question. I got a question. So
These are people.
Judge, who is the they that you're referring to when you're talking about having the correct charge in this situation?
Meaning when the lawyers got together to determine what they were going to charge him with, they should have made sure it was something that they can actually get him a conviction on.
But how does that? But what does that do?
No. The DA is usually working for the city or the state, not for. So whoever the lawyer is that was supposed to be there to ensure that the person was going to be convicted. That's
not how it works, sir. That is definitely not how it works. That's false logic.
Yes, I'm trying to figure out who.
And it's Googleable, you know.
I'm trying to figure out who they is.
Here's my thing.
It's the they the DA.
The only thing, the only charge that can
It's
be
definitely the state. The state brings charge.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Judge.
Yeah.
It would seem to me that the only people that can charge individuals that are under fire would be the state or the police department of the city that it happened in. I don't think the family or the lawyer had
No, they didn't.
No, the state
Right. Tracking.
No, but the state bring charges based on police evidence. You have to present.
Tracking.
Yeah.
Because when they do something, it's the people against blah blah blah.
Yeah. So what I'm saying, what my question was is how do the people who have an issue with the result have any say so in what the district attorney decides
or the charge?
Right.
What do you ask?
What do you ask? If myself, you were going on.
Yeah, go ahead, Reg. You're going right there.
So you were going off about how we have to make sure we have the right charge before we get all into this fizzy about the result. So if I'm a person that's upset about the result, how do I have any effect over what the district attorney's office decided to charge him on? I don't have any say so in that.
You're missing my point. Okay, so I'm gonna take it slow.
You do when you vote.
No,
that's the only time when you vote.
Right. Let me take it slow because it's hard. I guess it's hard for you to understand. When I'm saying you're getting upset, you're upset and you're emotionally upset because you're mad he didn't get convicted of something. Right?
Okay.
Everybody, we're all mad because he didn't get convicted of something, right?
Wrong.
Oh, okay. So we're not mad about that. Okay, so now
not all of it.
No. You either yes or no. Now don't give me halfway. I need to know these answers because you can't be on the fence.
I just said not all of us. I didn't.
Okay, so you're not good. So you're not mad. You're not upset that he's not convicted, but everybody else is. Yes.
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 I am.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm
Good.
upset. I'm upset.
Okay, and so And so I asked the question, convicted of what? Him being accountable by what? So, and I asked that earlier, convicted of what? And you guys said manslaughter and murder. That's what y'all said, right?
Right.
So what I'm saying is, you get mad at the justice system because you don't understand it. You say that the justice system isn't working because you don't understand it. And because you don't understand it, you're mad about that. And so what I'm saying is, if he's going to be convicted of something, if you knew he was being charged of something, right? If you knew this, and I'm saying you, but I'm referring to the lawyers, and we're all watching this. So from bird's eye view, me watching this, my expectation is, if you're going to try to get him charged for something, you need to make sure that you're going to get a conviction. That's what I'm talking about.
But I don't have an issue with him being charged with manslaughter.
Wait a minute. In order to make sure you get a conviction, you got to make sure that it's the correct charge. Okay.
I don't think that manslaughter was the incorrect charge.
How do you make sure?
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that either. I don't know. It could have been, but see, here's the thing. In order for you to say it's manslaughter, you'd have to prove gross negligence. Now, I'm not saying that when someone tells you that they're fearful, that I can sit back and say, oh, well, no, you can't say that because you're a police officer. I can't say that, okay? And most people who has either been police officers, military personnel, firefighters, etc., although this is a job and although it is a public job, there's fear involved in it across the board. And I can attest to this because there are Army personnel who fire upon people simply because they're afraid. This happens, okay? And so in these particular positions, in these particular occupations, this is what you run into. And so when you say manslaughter, you've got to be sure that you can get that. If not, you're going to have one person in the jury that don't agree. They can say, hey, I understand you can be afraid. That's just the case. And that's just the way the game is played. So you got to know how to play the game well.
How do you play the game? How do you play the game? If someone was killed because of this incident, we as African American men, how do we play the game?
Stop that, okay? Let's stop. First of all, you can't come to me and say, oh, we as African Americans, blah, 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 blah.
I thought that was you were referring to as to the game.
That's why I ask people to say what they say and mean what they mean and actually say something.
So how do we play the game as Americans then? How do we play the game?
For me,
Judge, newsflash, dog. We're the ones being killed on camera. Well, he can say that. Why can't he say that? We're the ones being killed on camera, man.
So you saying
on their camera?
He said we.
So you're saying we're the ones being killed on camera, huh?
Yeah, camera, man.
And that's all you see, huh? Yeah, that's all I see. Yeah, that's the only thing I see, and I don't care.
I don't see.
Here's the thing. I agree. That's all you see. That's all I see. Now here's a question for you: is that all you care to see?
No.
Or are you meaning by that? Okay, all I see is us being killed. Are there circumstances where anyone else is having this problem with law enforcement that we're not seeing?
Well, based off of facts, based off actual statistics.
Now, where did you get those statistics, and have you seen them? Don't say it.
Well, I mean, research. I mean, research.
When? You know, I'm gonna
research. I mean, you can't get me. I mean, it's research.
Don't Donald Trump me. Now it ain't 50,000 mining jobs.
Wait. I mean, do you want me to put up? Would you like for me to put up a book or something?
Judge, you can definitely pull up the statistics. That
pull them up. Don't tell me about
male. No, we'll pull it up.
This is a live show. Why would we pull them up? It's just a proven fact.
Because if you're gonna quote numbers, you actually have to.
I wasn't gonna quote the numbers. I was just gonna tell you.
Have to look at them.
He don't have to quote the numbers.
I don't have to quote the numbers.
No, I'm not saying it literally. Goodness, I'm saying if you're
wait, time out, Judge. Before you go further, are you saying that statistics doesn't show that males in America are killed by police officers, or even
I don't know that because I haven't seen it.
Wait, time out. Not even killed, or arrested at a higher rate.
Well, let's not talk about Let's not talk about that. Let's stay right focused right here. Let's not go.
Well, what are we talking? What are we talking?
That's what we're talking about.
No, we're not. No, we're not. This is why you're losing. This is why you can't win the war.
Who is
You
we?
gotta focus.
What war?
I said you.
What war?
I said you. When I'm saying
Korea,
war,
the Korean War.
no. When I'm saying war, right? I'm not referring to a literal war. But there are some who think there's a literal war. You may be one of them, but I'm not. But there are people who think there's a literal war. I'm talking strategically, right? If you're trying to fight for something, if you're upset about something, if you think someone's against you, quote, you're at war. So what I'm saying is, in order to win whatever it is you're trying to win, to get some success, so you can say that we can breathe a fresh relief, right? You got to make sure that everybody understands exactly what it is that they're after.
Well, I think
saying.
Judge, with you saying that statement right there, that you are acknowledging that there is an issue.
Oh, I never said there wasn't a problem. Yeah, I never said that. No. Don't ever quote me and say there's not a problem.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. Let's go back to the basic of the scenario that we're talking about. Did you watch the video, the dash cam and the Facebook Live? Did you watch those?
Yep.
Did you have a problem with what the officer did?
Of course.
Okay. So you're arguing the process of the judicial system, which I have always found to be inconsistent and broken to some extent.
Pretty racist.
I'm not saying that. I'm not arguing the process of the judicial system per se. What I'm arguing is the fact our reaction, because usually our reaction doesn't manifest anything.
I would say that the media pushes a lot of the reaction.
I'm lost, man.
And there's a reason for that. So what I'm saying is, let's not just look at the media. Let's actually logically start to process things ourselves. And when we start to do that, the media no longer has influence on how we think and how we react. You see what I'm saying?
Because you gotta stay woke, man.
Here's the thing. What you see on Facebook and what you see elsewhere could possibly have been edited.
How about the dash cam? Was that edited?
It could have. I don't know. It could all possibly have been edited. Matter of fact, we know dash cams get edited sometimes.
Well,
so what I'm saying,
there could be a lot of conspiracies, but
I'm
just dealing in.
These are facts. This happens. I'm not saying it happened in this case, but we know.
Are they facts then?
Yeah, it's factual. It's happened. I don't know if it happened in this case. No.
Well, they're not facts. They're not facts.
No. I'm saying it happens. I didn't say it happened in this case. That's
well, let me ask you, let me play your role. Where did you see this at?
See what?
Where your facts at with this? Pull it up.
This what? Say
what you talking about? What you talking about with
using pronouns? What you talking about?
No, you talking about that videos, police cam videos have been edited.
Yeah,
so that other videos have been.
Yeah,
where
that was the case about 2 or 3 years ago where the police kept the videotape and then they edited it when it got on to MSNBC or CNN or whatever.
Sandra Bland.
It was one of them. Yeah, it was one of those where they was editing stuff. So now you got your ass. So
guys, let me just interject real quick. We got some watchers that are asking a couple extra questions, like what happened with the gentleman? We just discussed this on our last show. The gentleman in Virginia that went to shooting at the senator. He was shot, but he was apprehended after that. And then there was another case where there was somebody else who got apprehended. They didn't get killed, and they were actively shooting at people.
Well, last I checked, the guy in Virginia dead.
Yeah, but then he is dead.
Use him. Okay,
I thought he was dead also.
Yeah, he died. He died.
Okay, good. Okay.
But they were trying to bring it to a peaceful conclusion.
He dead. I don't know what you're talking about.
Also, they were mentioning what about the therapist that was arrested and he was shot with his hands up. He was on the ground.
Oh, that was in Florida. That was in Florida.
Yeah.
That was in Florida. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the list goes on. The list goes on.
Here's what we do know. And I was just making fun of this, but it's true. if you got a gun on you and you brandishing it, you normally not killed. It's when you ain't got a weapon that your ass is being shot. And we know that's the problem when you're not threatened. But my whole, and that's true. But my whole point is, again, is not that I always acknowledge that things are occurring. My thing is how we react, okay, as a mass or as a people, if we want to use that. How we react to these things dictates future occurrences. And so for us, we react a certain way, but then there's nothing else after it. And then it's again.
How do you suggest me?
And so what we say, well, first we got to make sure, again, that the people that when we see these high profile things occurring, and they say, hey, this is what the person is being convicted of.
High profile?
Yeah. What I'm basically saying in this case, make sure that the people who are trying to get justice for you, whoever they are doing it on your behalf, one, and two, that they're getting a correct conviction. Because what we find a lot of times, and again, we talk about the justice system, so that's why I'm trying to focus on the system works that way. You try somebody and their peers or the jury who are citizens determine whether they're guilty or not based on the evidence and based on the arguments of the lawyers. That's just the way it is. And sometimes it's in your favor and you wins. And I say your favor, I'm just meaning whenever there is something like this, it works and sometimes it doesn't. The problem is, yes, the majority of the time it doesn't, but we've got to ask ourselves, those that we put into district attorney positions, those that we put in judicial positions that we vote for, because these are voting positions, that we ensure that these people are there consistently looking on behalf of all the public, everyone. And they're there to do that because the judges can't convict you. The jury has to. And those are personnel like you and I, when it's time for jury duty, okay, you don't walk in there and say, do you think it was murder? Yeah, it was murder. Before I saw the video, it was murder.
Well, let me interrupt you just then for
yeah, go ahead.
What you just said. I mean, the juries that comes in bigger, higher profile crimes like murder, but judges do have a say so in putting people and locking people up and making their life miserable.
Time. So, but I'm not talking about time.
Say about that, but you always seem to say things aren't about race or this isn't about this per se. When it's evident, even Bill Clinton himself came forward and said the bill he signed targeted poor Black communities. It devastated them. They're not recovered yet.
Okay, let's first stick to what we're talking about. But if you wanted to mention that, okay, yeah, you've got to ask yourself a couple of questions. Because if I grew up in the 90s in the hood I was in,
me too.
They should have locked. No. The hood I was in, they should have locked all them cats up. I'm just keeping it 100. Okay. I couldn't go outside and play in my neighborhood.
But you know what? You know what would have happened? You would have been one of them cats.
Listen, my daddy doing 40 years, so I can say whatever I want.
But you know, this is what I'm saying. But this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Listen to me. This is what I'm saying. You would have been one of them cats who got caught with something that might have been simple, but because of those specific laws, you would have been put in jail.
No, I wouldn't.
Well, listen, I won't say you per se because I know you very well. I won't say you, but let's take a misdemeanor drug violation.
What's that?
Like having some weed on you.
Yeah, okay.
Having a little pot on you.
Yeah, little pot.
These people getting locked up for years for a little bit of pot.
Who getting locked up for years for a little bit of pot? Nobody. Stop it.
A lot of people.
No, they're not.
Okay.
Normally what you find out is someone's already either a convicted felon or they're on probation and they get found with some drugs, a little bit of weed, a roach, and their ass get locked up. Sorry, but that's just the truth of the matter. Now, there are some who gets caught with actual crack rock. That was a problem. But unless you came out of a neighborhood like mine where crack rock was tearing everybody up, unless you seen it in your house like me, lock their ass up.
Well, this show is called No One Can Agree, and we all can probably agree to the fact that white people do more drugs than black people.
Judge, can I just say this? It is a statistical fact.
I don't know about that, Joe.
Hold up. Let me get this point across. Let me get this point across real quick. It is a fact that the freebase form of crack cocaine has been used against the black community for years. You can get caught with a little bit of freebase cocaine and go to jail forever. Right. And then these lawyers and stockbrokers
if you're trying to distribute
pure cocaine, and get a misdemeanor for it, man. That is by design, my brother.
Do you know the impact on the community from powder cocaine to crack cocaine? Have you seen it?
Have I seen what?
Yes, I have.
Have you seen the impact on the community?
I've seen it.
Between crack cocaine and powder cocaine. Have you seen it?
It's the same drug. It's the same drug.
You a lie. You a lie.
You a lie. You a lie. It's the same drug. You a lie.
Let me tell you something.
Brother, I got hold on. Before you even go there, I have two brothers who have gone to prison for selling cocaine. You can't tell me what cocaine is, what cocaine or crack is. It's the same drug. Trust me.
No, okay, so let me explain something to you. Cocaine is powder. Crack is cocaine with chemistry. Okay? I forgot who said that. But that's extra chemicals in it that causes, and it's a different drug. Although it's got cocaine in it, it ain't the same drug. Okay?
You're right. Cocaine is a pure form. It's a more pure form of freebase.
Exactly.
So the
exactly.
It's just a different way.
Crack is actually.
It's just a different way to ingest it.
That's when I tell you, it's a different drug. Now you may not. And here's the thing. Here's my point. No, here's my point. Here's my point. I lived in a community, in a house, where crack was coming in and out, and I seen exactly what the difference did. You didn't see the community. You saw people was doing powder cocaine in our communities for a long time. When crack showed up, the game changed. Now, if you don't know that, if you didn't grow up in the early 80s and seen that coming up, you can't tell me about it because I see it.
Different drug, brother. Different drug. Same.
Oh, I know it is.
It's in a different form. It's deadly, man. More addictive.
I'm telling you, it's way more deadly.
Y'all can't make this argument with me. We can discuss.
You Bruno Mars.
We can
but you know, we can't win with you.
Music. We can agree to disagree on music, but you can't tell me nothing about cocaine or crack. Period. I live with it.
They're two different drugs, though.
It's
the same drug, brother. It's the same drug. It's two different forms. Hold on a second. It's two different forms. It's the exact same drug. Trust me.
A drug is
period.
If you mix hydrogen and oxygen, put a 2 in the middle of it, you got water. Hydrogen is different from oxygen, though.
But that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. We're talking about cocaine and we're talking about crack.
They're not the same.
It's the same drug. It's the same drug.
Well, you try smoking freebase baking powder, and you go smoke it on the back and see if those chemicals don't add up to the same chemicals that in your nose.
Like I said, this isn't debatable. This isn't even debatable.
It's not debatable.
It's not debatable. It's not debatable at all.
Let me say this. Why do you think it costs less?
Because I'll tell you why it costs less. It's because when you take cocaine, you're breaking it down.
Exactly. Because it's the same drug. You are breaking it down.
Stop.
That's what it is. You are breaking down. Bro, I'm telling you. If you buy a Kia Coke, hold on a second. If you buy a Kia Coke for 40 grand, you are still getting that same 40 grand off that crack rock. It's just broken down. It's the exact same drug. Trust me.
Judge, you know why people feel that way?
Feel what way?
That freebase cocaine is a much more deadlier form than coke than standard. I guess you could say pure cocaine. Yeah. It's because the only people that can afford to buy the pure form are the lawyers and the stockbrokers and the.
Man.
Yes.
Listen.
It's an
Coke-
image,
Yes,
man.
food has always been a white collar drug.
Stop.
Exactly.
Slow down.
Exactly.
Slow down.
White collar drug. It's
Slow
still
down.
very addictive. It is still addictive.
Slow down.
No, it's
Slow
an
down.
economic barrier. It is an economic
Slow
barrier.
down.
You can't
Slow
tell me
down.
It's not, Judge. You can't
Slow
tell me it's not.
down. Slow down. Let me tell you something. If I've got, let's say, a kilo of cocaine, right?
Okay.
I don't take the entire kilo of cocaine and make one big crack rock. I
Not at
take a
all.
little bit of cocaine. I take a little bit of measurement of cocaine,
That's a
and
piece
I
of it.
add baking soda. Do you know what's in baking soda? Next time you go in your refrigerator, look at the back.
Sodium bicarbonate.
It's a bunch of shit.
Man,
Okay.
it's not enough
And you
cocaine.
and you take that little bit of cocaine and that baking soda, and you mix that shit together and cook it to a certain temperature. That shit turns into a whole nother different chemical compound. And that shit is not the same as the powder shit.
Bro,
Nah.
It's not.
let's go on to something else because what
Yeah,
y'all saying,
I think,
y'all don't really know what y'all talking about on that. I'm just being real.
Hey, just say Judge, man, because I know.
That's the sad part.
Time out.
You don't even know you wrong.
Yeah.
You don't even know you're wrong.
Bro, I'm telling you, I grew up with brothers who push weight. You can't tell me nothing about crack cocaine. Period.
Apparently, you was in the room watching cartoons.
Don't know what they were doing here. You watching Thundercats. Ain't no way you was over there right his phone. Like, so how much is that you putting in there?
Okay,
Now, what is
okay.
that?
Well,
He was over there watching Thundercats. Come
Look,
on, man.
everybody. No one can agree on this topic, and we're gonna end it.
I don't know definitely. I've seen it on TV on
I know 100%.
A&E.
I know 100%.
Look, I want to thank you, gentlemen, for joining us in this panel. I want to thank you guys out there for watching. This has been Heavy Slow Floor. No one can agree, and apparently, we don't know what cocaine and crack.
Hey, listen, we really don't. Hey, to be honest,
I really do.
I've seen it, right? I've
But
seen
thank
it.
you guys.
but
Thank
we
you
can all
guys
be
for your
wrong.
input.
Be quiet, Judge. Nobody want to hear you no more.